Welcome to the Smash Masters podcast, hosted by Stefan Eschi and Nick Priest. This is where we dig into the auto body collision repair field and talk quality repair methods and how the industry is always changing. Buckle up, it gonna get bumpy.
What's up?
Hi.
This is episode 50.
50.
50 episodes.
We're in the golden episodes now.
Is this the golden episodes? What's up, Greg?
Like golden years, golden episodes.
I don't know why I got so high-pitched voice on that, but whatever.
What's up, Gregory?
Yeah. Good afternoon, Alex.
What's up, Alex, Andrew,
and Joshua. How's everybody doing? How's everybody's Monday been?
I like Mondays. I don't know. And I liked Mondays even before the podcast. I mean, so Discover Leadership Training talks about, not dreading Mondays because it's 1/7 of your life. I mean, why should you dread 1/7 of your life? That's a big chunk of your life. So you know what? Why not say thank God it's Monday? But I'll tell you, I don't like Tuesdays. So I kind of ruined the whole thing anyway.
What's wrong with Tuesdays?
I don't know. They just seem to suck. I don't mind Mondays. They seem to go by quick. I don't mind it. It's fine. Tuesdays, not so much, but working on it. I'm working on it. So.
Well, over the past weekend, hot in Florida, over the past weekend, we had a huge series of storms come through. So, in
your area?
Yeah, and the Arkansas area, all up and down this area. So if anybody was in that, I hope you guys are all good, marked safe, all that good stuff. Hope nothing too much got damaged. But if you got dents, look up the dent guy in your area before you hit up the body shop. You'll be helping a small business owner out, and it's good for everyone.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
Even if you didn't get hit by a storm and you got some unsightly dents, call your local PDR guy. Right. We didn't get any storms up here. I still want calls.
There are no storms happening?
No, not really.
No?
It rained. That's it.
And cold.
Still cold.
Still cold.
Yeah, that's okay. All right. It's starting to warm up. We had the shop doors open on Friday. So
well, we have a pretty awesome guest on this afternoon. I know you guys have seen it, but let's go ahead and get him in here because I know he's got a lot of stuff to do and get going. So
yeah, 10-time Dent Olympics winner.
Hey guys.
Zan. Hey, how's it going?
Hey Stefan. Hey Nick. Thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah.
Yes. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah. Hey, I like Mondays as well.
Good. Good. So I'm not completely crazy here.
No. But I also like Tuesdays. I like every day.
Oh, okay.
Every day is a good day.
So I gotta work. I gotta work on that Tuesday game.
Yeah.
But
why, like you said, why would you hate 1/7 of your life, right?
Right. It's definitely a good theory. So we gotta stay positive. We gotta stay. Positivity is a choice, as they say. So let's choose to be positive.
Yes, exactly.
But find a way to enjoy all 7 days, and you guys will be good.
One way or another, I mean, someday we don't get any days.
Like
right?
Jordan
Not
says.
to be morbid, but it's at one point we get no days.
Every day is a great day to have a good day.
Yep, yes, I agree with that.
Keep that in mind. Yeah. So, what'd you have in mind, Stefan? I seen you ready. What'd you have?
No. I just wanted to talk about. So, I first heard about Zan with the Dent Olympics, and I had heard it was last year because you didn't compete at MTE last year, did you?
No, I was 20. That was 24. 24. Did I miss 24? I think I missed 24. Yes, 24. I missed due to my surgery. Yeah,
because I didn't know who you were by name, but everybody was talking about how at that point Bryce wasn't signed up. you weren't signed up. People were like, anyone could win. That was what everyone was saying. And I had I knew who Bryce was. I didn't know yet who you were. So it was like, well, I mean, this must be somebody who can win. And then this year, when you were accepting your trophy, you grabbed the mic and said, "This is my 10th time." It's like, wow, that's amazing. So I guess
that's awesome.
My first question is do you train for the Dent Olympics?
No, I don't train because as long as you stay pushing all the time, you're into it. Your eyes are adjusted. You have that hand and eye coordination, and there is no need to train for specifically that dent. Because there's, I mean, dent is a dent, but dent's not a dent. But as long as you're in shape, in pushing shape, you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I mean, I guess it's practice no matter what. Right?
Yeah, it is. Like if I would be like months off and then had to go, then I would do training. Like I would prepare. But if you, as long as you stay busy, pushing, and
hey, Brandon.
Hey, Brandon.
Yeah. It was. It definitely was Shane Jacks. I watched Bryce compete with Shane, but when I got there, he wasn't signed up yet, apparently. So everybody was talking about how the two people weren't competing that year. But yeah, so that's quite an achievement.
Thank you.
Myself. So having started pushing maybe a year and a half ago, I don't feel like I'm ready for the Dent Olympics, but then my buddy Chris Worrell went and took a stab at it as a newbie, and I'm jealous. I wish I was out there with him.
Hey, if you're 1 year and a half, you can go to beginners competition in Vegas.
Yeah. If I make it out to Vegas, it's so Vegas is harder to get to, but you're right. I could do it this year.
Hey, Brandon, that's actually my trailer. I'm hauling everywhere. I'm just...
it's an 8x10.
Yeah,
we were just saying that he rented the same room as he had when he was on Ginger Bros.
Yeah, right.
It's a trailer. Nice I haul it with me.
Nice big piano in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, Nick.
No, I was gonna say that you can go ahead, but Jordan said don't forget his question. I was going to let him know that you can ask it in the comments, and we'll just put it up here for you.
I didn't know he asked a question. Aiden asked if you chase hail.
Yes, I do. That's like I do hail probably 7% of the time. It's just hail.
Okay.
Like, I do door dings and stuff when I get the chance, especially if I'm home and in the shop we have something to tackle on, then I'll take it. But I'm mainly a hail guy.
Okay.
Mainly hail guy. Oh, he's got pics of you laying on that piano.
So you're over here in the U.S. at the moment. I mean, is that your trail, just to come over here and push hail here, or do you get some at home?
Yeah, at home we have like every time we get hailed every year. We're lucky.
Oh,
okay.
And just stay home. But me and Gene worked on some papers, so I can also chase hail if needed.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Right. So
just gives me another option.
Yeah, our hail season's usually about around this time, about April. So yours is a little bit later on, if I'm correct, right?
Yes, our hail season like June, July, August. This is our main hail season, and if we're lucky, like mid-May, maybe it can be early, but normally in the summertime. If we're unlucky, it can start in August, But
okay, all right.
But usually, it just like every year, it lasts like 8-10 months, so we carry on to the next year usually.
Are we talking big hail, or is it mine? Oh yeah, you get big hail where you are.
Yeah. So our country is positioned on. We have seaside, and then everything is small and very close by. It's the mountains, the Alps. So that warm weather from the sea comes, and the colder from mountains meets, and
Clashes.
the big hail happens.
Yeah. So what is your seasons look like over there? Is it mostly cool, or do you get all four?
We used to have all four. I think the weather is changing. Now we just go by from like super cold to 2 weeks in between, and then super hot.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Okay. All right. Get to skip spring and fall. Just go right into the
It's like 2,
major
3 to 4 weeks of spring and fall. When usually it was like 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. Now it's just cold, and then hits it. It gets hot.
Yeah.
What is Jordan saying?
I don't know what Joe. He's talking about me shaving my head, I guess, because I don't know.
Shaving arms.
Yeah, you got to when you don't have it anymore. You just might as well get rid of it. I mean, that's kind of what happens.
Yeah, like we're in the same boat.
Right.
I will be soon. I will be soon. That happens.
It's not a bad boat to be in.
Nah, I'm not worried about it. It's just is what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I didn't want to do it at first. I was like, well, I can't see it back here, so we'll just pretend it doesn't exist. And I was like, man, let's go ahead and just get rid of that.
Yep.
And find a different look.
Hey, it's
he's talking about Justin. Okay. At another place. I got you now. All right. So he's talking somebody else in the comment section. So how did you get started into the PDR life? How did you come up with that?
It was actually my mother who pushed me in.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. She's an accountant, and she was working at the company that does hail damage repair in our country. Mm-hmm. While I was in high school, and of course she saw the numbers and everything, and she was like, when I got out of high school, I didn't know what I want to do. She was like, you need to learn PDR. But I was stubborn, so I tried few other stuff before, like trying to find my own path, or how would you call it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? Let me try this. Maybe I'll be good at it. So,
what else did you try?
Just some random jobs. Like my first job was a used car salesman, but it was like 3 months, and I got fired. Then I went working at Aldi store for 3 months, and I got fired.
Okay.
Then I went filling pallets for a month. Then I quit because I was like, there was a ceiling, and I was like, after a month, I was close to that ceiling. So I was like,
2 more months, you would have been fired from that job anyway.
Yeah, probably. like I was feeling like I am useless person. Like, can I do anything right?
Yeah.
Completely understand. I went around with a bunch of odd jobs before I settled on body work as well. Yep. So most of those that you just mentioned too. Not auto sales. I did electronic sales. I worked at Radio Shack. I don't know if you guys had those.
Yep. No, yeah, similar.
Yeah. And Radio Shack, yeah. Blast from the past there. I sold cell phones, really.
Nokias. 3310s.
I sold some of the indestructible Nokias. I did.
The best phone ever.
Did you sell the covers for those too?
Yes, the leather pouches were completely useless. Because the thing just lasted forever anyway.
You can play any sport with that phone; it would still work.
Did you guys see the video where they put it in a press?
Yes,
and the press broke it. I mean, obviously they made it out of something soft for the video, but it was clever. It was really good.
Yep,
that was a good video.
Mm-hmm.
He's showing our age. Nikki says, "Yeah, you're right."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Chris Jackson, you worked at Radio Shack too. That's hilarious.
Men are like good wine. We age good, so
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, some of us anyway.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that. Yeah, I did that. I did landscaping for a while, and I even went into education a little bit. I did. I knew somebody in special services in the public education, and they needed people, paraprofessionals, to follow students to their classes for special services.
Okay.
And I enjoyed it. It just wasn't for me. And while I was walking around, I was in a high school. I was walking around the high school. They had a poster on the wall for auto body trade school. And so right over there and tried that out. And rest is history. Great. But yeah, that's I just wondered, what other things you tried before you settled on PDR. I don't blame you for settling on PDR.
Not much, like almost out of high school.
Okay.
Almost out of high school. Okay. What were the beginning stages looking like? Do you have like a one-on-one trainer? Did you go to like a group training?
No. So they had like 4 of us to basically do RNI because they had a lot of technicians coming in and working on the storms. And in the season we would do RNI. In the off season we were supposed to get training, but we got a hood and some tools, and there you go.
Have fun.
Fix this dent,
Yeah.
Okay. Figure it out.
Yep. So basically it was like 2 years of rotation like this, going from RNI to trying to learn myself, RNI, learn myself, just jumping on and off and I had time,
Yeah, getting
got to that point that I figured out myself, basically.
Figured out yourself. Do you feel like bouncing back and forth really helped with the building process of how to actually get that from start to finish?
Well, if you're starting and you just want to learn, the best thing is to do some like training, with someone. And now with all the new lights and everything, because back then I had the neon bulb, fluorescent bulb, and just some shade over it. That was like also hard for eyes. Like I would practice for 10 minutes and my eyes would be burning and couldn't see anymore. So now with LED is much easier, also to see and to stay concentrated for longer periods of time. So it's faster to learn. But I don't know if it helped me. Maybe it helped me in a way. Like it took 2 years. Now the time can be much shorter, especially if you train with someone. But I think it helped me in a way that I had to think about it and was forced to figure it out. So it just, when now that some dent shows up, I just have to figure it out, my brain automatically starts thinking about how I could fix this. It's not just my whole life somebody was saying me, hey, take this tool, do that, take this tool, do that, and the brain goes into autopilot, like you're just receiving information, not creating your own.
That's true. Do you do that? Does your brain do that when you see random dents, like at the grocery store parking lot, and you see a dent and your mind just starts fixing it?
Yep.
Same here.
And it's so silly. You walk down the parking lot and I just look at every roof. Hail damage. Nope. Ooh, hail damage. I get so excited.
What's it gonna do? Yeah, right.
Exactly. It's just there. Oh yes, this guy got hail,
Right. Going down close by the lettuce, and you're like, that one would definitely have to have lateral tension. That one I was looking at earlier today.
And I infected my wife with the same thing. We would be driving down the highway and we were like, did you see that dent? She was like, yeah, I saw that.
That's what we were kind of like touching on before the show, is the RNI, talking about like how that would really be terrible nowadays to not know how to do RNI.
There is a lot of dent guys that don't know how to do RNI. Like they come and push, and hail guys, especially hail guys, they come and I don't know how to do RNI,
Right. Well, I know, like
Chris nature. Chris, second nature to us body guys, because we've been taking apart cars since we started, even before we touched a hammer or dolly. So it's that's a huge step up the body techs have moving into PDR.
Yes, yeah.
Right.
But
I don't have
like
to worry
Joshua
about
said,
that.
nobody likes RNI.
Yeah. It's not that big a deal to me, honestly, just because I guess we've done it so long.
Yeah.
But like Chris, I know he hasn't done RNI just a whole ton. He says he's learning it on the fly, and man, that's I don't know.
It's dangerous.
It is.
But
It is.
there's no reward without risk, right? We gotta take risks.
Yeah.
So
Always
people
pointing
are
out dents.
people are understanding too. I mean, you just you own up to it. You're honest. You're like, hey, I broke something. I have it on order. I'll have to come back and put the new one on. They're probably fine with that. So
Yeah,
that
the most important thing I learned is do not try to hide it.
Oh yeah,
Right,
no.
right.
When I was younger, if I broke something, I would try to hide it for any cost, because I was afraid of I might get fired from job or whatever,
Sure, right.
Mm-hmm.
But the older you get, the more you realize, hey, it's better to just say it. Like if you're working in a shop or somewhere, like we here are a team, it's better than we see it and change it or whatever than the customer sees it and comes back and it's bad reviews and stuff like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think Jordan's talking about your video where you stuck the air wedge under the door panel.
Yep. That video actually did very well. It's that's my favorite way to remove a lot of parts, honestly.
Yep.
Inflatable wedge.
That's a good thing to have. It
Yeah,
really is.
Very smart.
You have to be careful, and as soon as you get it underneath something, whether it's a taillight, interior piece, or whatever, as soon as you start to get a gap, get a flashlight in there, make sure that they're actual clips and the thing's not supposed to slide off. Because if it's supposed to slide off and you're inflating a bag in there, you're going to break that thing real fast. I have done it. One time I was shooting a video to show that bag method and I broke a slide door panel. I'm like, well, I can't use that footage. I deleted it. But yeah, that was the I'm glad that helped you.
Yeah, it's they're good things to have for sure. There was something I was going to read up here earlier, but I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, Chris has a point. Like every time I need to take because I did R&I for hail guys, and mainly we needed taillights, headliners, hood liners, and that's it. There was rare times that they were like side damage doors. So now that I have to do some bigger stuff on the doors, YouTube is my friend.
YouTube is great.
Yep.
YouTube is good.
I had a PDR tech call me and specifically tell me, he's like, you and Nick are collision techs and you guys have these resources to find out how to take things apart, right? I'm like, YouTube? Like, you have that too. And he's like, oh yeah. Just like that's the secret, man. We're in the body shop watching YouTube if we can't figure it out. I mean, you can look up some procedures for some things, but chances of you finding it quickly, pretty slim.
I'll be honest with you.
Faster.
I'll be honest with you. I'm too stubborn to look that up. I'll sit there and just
trying to figure it out.
Stew over it and I won't. I'm not looking this up. I'll figure it out, and then I could have then had it done and over with if I would just go get like the OEM procedures or something or something like that, all data, and you could have been done and over with that.
Or if you have to change a part or something, it's good to see the new part and you can see where it like fits in or whatever. So oh, it's glued, it's clipped, it's whatever. So
yeah, I'm talking about all data.
Yep, all data. I mean, that is what I use. It took me, I'd have to really hit a wall and be really frustrated with something and not being able to figure it out to go to all data. And there are times where it saved me. And usually I end up on all data and it says, and it just tells me to do what I've been doing, just harder. It's just pull on it harder, like that's it. It's like, okay.
Usually when I find myself in that position is right around lunchtime, and I'll just leave it and then won't even worry with it. So I'll come back and then figure it out later. And then normally it's not so frustrating then. Just don't use YouTube for plumbing.
Cost me an extra $2K. Yeah, don't use YouTube for PDR either. That is not a YouTubeable skill.
Okay, so Hudson goes to eBay to look up the part for clips. I mean, I guess you could.
Yep.
There's I can't think of the name of the company now, but there's one that showcases a lot of clips that you can buy individual, and I can't think of the name of it.
Well, just to see, like, if you bring up the diagrams on eBay, you could see where the clips are behind things. So if you're looking at R&I something, you can look up the part on eBay.
eBay does have a quick like diagram check of what you're kind of interested in. So that is pretty helpful.
So sorry if you touched on it, but what about you? Do you mind R&I?
Me?
Yeah.
So I'm not a big fan of it. Like, I'll do it
Sure.
if I need to do it. If I can have someone do it, I prefer that. But mainly, I mean, you do what you got to do, right?
Right. Yeah, right. It just seems like the job goes by a lot faster, and you don't have to fiddle with all this little small stuff.
Yeah. Because then, like, if you can just be pushing, it's better, right? But if there's no one to take it apart, like, I'll take it apart, like,
right.
Someone's got to do it.
Yeah.
Well, it's good that you don't shy away from it. I mean, it's I think it was Levon who put out a video how they make an extra 60,000 a year just doing R&Is, you know, in one shop with only 2 techs. So it's that's a big amount of money. So it's a good skill to learn. And when you do break things, then you learn for the next time, you know. So it's always use those as learning experience.
Some of these are
break stuff. So
some of these are one-time use only parts too. So what's up, Jack?
Hey, Jack.
I like what Chris says. If you feel like you're about to break it, look up how much that part costs. If it's cheap, rip it off. Okay.
Knowing my luck, it would not be in the United States at all. You couldn't find another piece similar.
Yeah, you got to be careful now. A lot of random stuff is back ordered. A little better than it was during COVID, but we're still feeling the effects of that.
Yeah, that's what would worry me about doing that.
Yeah, that's the most.
Yeah.
And also, like, you fix a car, you want to put it out, but now you're waiting for a part that you broke. It's kind of like,
right,
for sure.
Yeah, right. I just hope I would drive the same vehicle so I could just borrow mine and stick in there or something if you need to. But other than that,
we did that one time. We had a Ford Transit in the shop, and we bent just one small clip that's holding the light on the headliner. And I was like, oh, come on, it fell somewhere or break. So I was like, and I was thinking, and the technician working in the shop, I was like, oh, you have a Ford Transit, can we take yours? So we took his. I still owe him one. And later I bought a Ford Transit, and he's like, hey, I'm gonna take that clip from your car. I'm like, yeah, go ahead, but I still have 2. He still has 1. So
Jack says life is too short. Taco that headliner.
I agree, Jack. I agree.
Sometimes that's the only way to get them out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's true. But
hey, if you know how to do a good taco, it's safe.
Yeah. Right. Right. I wait on the glass guy to get his stuff out, and then I just either drop it down or whatever. But I don't know. Let's see.
Any tools that you really maybe recent tools that you are in love with, Zan?
I try
tools, whatever.
I try to keep it simple and stick with what I have and what's working. I believe if you master one thing, it's better to be a master in one thing than to just struggle with new stuff all the time. I'm not saying that new stuff is not good. It's good. It's definitely good.
Oh yeah.
But it's just if you're comfortable using something, you know, just stay with it. I mean, no, don't. I got a little bit tangled, but new stuff is good. It helps, but it's not necessary every new stuff. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. There is things that you could buy that would do the exact same job that you're currently doing, just with a
Yep.
different tool.
Yep. Then there are things that come out and save you a ton of time. Like that's definitely a go get it, you know?
That would be more on the experience level of knowing when and where to buy a tool. I mean, if you were brand new at this and you just like, what tool do I need to buy? All right, there's hammers for this, hammers for that. There's hammers that ratchet. There's big hammers, small hammers. What do I need and where do I hit these?
Yeah, and for just your regular hail jobs, you don't need a lot of tools. That's another thing.
Right.
Like all those tools mainly help like getting to that spot and pushing that dent nicer, but hail stuff is hail stuff. It's even if I can get to it, I will most likely then just glue pull it, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I find that works good, even if you can get to it to kind of just pull a lot of the center up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you use cold glue, and what is your preference?
So cold glue, I recently started using it more. I believe that cold glue is very similar to hot glue in a way that you need to use one and just learn it, how it works, because they're all a bit different. Even though like hot glue, they all have different opening times when they pull the best, how long you need to leave them on the panel, what temperature, stuff like that. And when cold glue came out, I tried it. I was like, I'll just use my hot glue, you know.
Yeah.
Then recently I played with AR9, I think it's called, from the Dent Player. I bought that one last year in Italy at the expo. And again, same thing. I tried it at the first and I was like, I wasted my money, you know. Then I figured out the glue, and which one I figured out was the sticky gum. Do you know it?
I literally have sticky gum on my AR9 right now.
So that's my combo now. I figured out how it works for me, and now I like it a lot.
Okay,
cool.
So
that's awesome.
I don't know how you use it, Stefan, but I figured out I have a smaller torch, and before I pull, I hit the panel, not the. So every dent, I just torch the dent quickly, and then pull. Every dent, just quickly torch it and pull, But if you use a different cold glue, if you do the same process that I tried with different cold glues, the same process, and the cold glue just got too like a chewing gum. Didn't pull anything.
You overwork it, you turn stringy. And
yes. But I'm sure there is a different process for different cold glues that work. I just figured this one out, and that's what I'm using.
No, that's a good thing to point out. I mean, because I had learned how to use Sergio's blue and red, their older stuff, and I could get it to lock up like real good, really good. But then
it's
I got
a different process, right?
Right. Yeah. I got used to the sticky gum, and I was using my AR. Well, it's AR-10 now. And one of the tabs still has Sergio's on it, and the rest of them have sticky gum. And I grabbed the Sergio's one because it was the right size. Couldn't get anything out of it because I wasn't used to that process. Now I'm used to the sticky gum process. So I agree with you. Pick something, learn it, stick with it. The only reason I did the switch was because I wasn't happy with how much residue the Sergio's was leaving. So I wanted to try something else. Heard great things and bad things about sticky gum. And I trust the people that have given me the great things as well as the bad things. But so I was like, I'm gonna try it, you know,
just see what it's like.
I'm very happy with it. Very happy with it. And the slide hammer itself, when you talk about efficiency, things that make you faster, that self-returning slide hammer is just so awesome. I mean, I had a few. Our New England hail is acorns, so acorn dents down a rail, and I literally just went pop, 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 pop down the rail, and it's a little blending, and maybe a few more times, and I was done.
Mhm.
Yeah, in the right situation, it's an amazing tool.
It really is. It really
Right.
is. And
Yeah,
that's
I
my
don't.
third cold glue slide hammer, and it's the only one I liked.
Yeah, and the one of the biggest things why I bought that one is because it can cover, and it's just sitting on your tool cart, and
Mhm.
the glue is not making a mess, it's not getting dirty. Because before I tried some and like put it on your regular slide hammer, but it was always in the way. It got dirty or it made something else dirty. Now this thing was like just okay. I'm closing it, leaving it here. It's there when I need it.
It's one of my favorite things about it too. And you know what's funny is that was actually an afterthought. They made the slide hammer, and they were standing there, and Matt Boyette was standing there. He's like, he had some extra material, and he's like, wait a minute. He put it on there. He's like, we could make a cover.
Yeah. And that cover is like
the
covers
are golden.
For me is like half of it.
Mhm.
It's so awesome.
Yeah.
It really is. I just wish it fit over the crease one. Well, if it fit over that, it'd be great. But
yeah, I don't have that hammer yet. That slide hammer. I'm currently putting it on. I got the Kiko style, their Hale version, and that's what I always kind of am worried about. Like when I set my hammer down, is it going to fall in the floor, or if I'm on the cart, am I going to knock it off and like ruin all of this and have to restart over? So I tend to not use it until like very minimal, and just having that little cover to stick on and not have to worry about that would be good. I need to go ahead and get that hammer.
Yeah, I like the AR9 long.
So that's what mine was, the AR9 long. I just upgraded it because the AR10.
Okay.
So you can upgrade the AR9s to the AR10. The AR10 effectively is a long, and then they added weight to the back of it. So it actually has some more oomph to it. I mean, it's not
more mass.
It's not, gonna pull better just because of it, but it's different. And I don't know. I get a nice donk out of it now. I mean, it's I liked it. I tried it at MTE, and I was like, all right, yeah, upgrade mine. I brought my slide hammer down to Florida. They actually made me check my bag. They wouldn't let me through on the plane with it. I brought it down to Florida just to have them upgrade it, and they did it right there.
Yeah.
So it's I suggest that.
How has that been like transporting tools back and forth on a plane? You do that or
Yeah, for the competition I bring my own tools from home, but I just need a few rods. Like in the competition what dent normally what it is, and you just bring I mean, it's every year they're trying to keep it the same. So
are they?
Yeah.
I was hearing where they had it, like, what did they have it up to? Like 15 PSI, 17, and the 18. I guess it stopped at 18 PSI, maybe.
Well, they change the PSI depending on the vehicle as well, and what they get. But position on the open in the doors, so
Yep.
So that dent's like borderline
stretched.
So you kind of have to, okay.
So, but how do you do it? Do you just pick tools that fit in your suitcase, in your check bag?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are the tools I use every day.
Okay.
They fit there. If I fly with the golf bag. It's like a big plastic golf case.
Okay, golf bag.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you used the golf bag or like a gun style case or what. I don't know if you guys have gun cases over there, but
to bring light with me as well.
Yeah.
Steve says you have your own plane.
I wish. I have the baby one. I think this big.
Me too. Somewhere.
Yeah. Yep. So you do your own R&Is. You've won 10.
Yep.
Dent Olympics.
Not Dent Olympics, dent competitions.
Dent competitions.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
So three Dent Olympics, 3 tag teams with Bryce, 2 PDR World Cups and 2 Dent trials at the PDR Expo in Vegas.
Okay. Then trials.
That's my favorite one, Dent trials, probably.
How long did it take you before you got comfortable enough to where you felt like you would at least place in the competition?
I think my first competition I did was 14 or 15 in Germany.
Okay.
Hey, Stu. So I didn't place, and then that was, I was like, I think it was 14, and I was like 4-year tech at that time. So I was like, no, I'm not. I was confident, going into it, but
Yeah,
coming out of it, I was not confident anymore.
that's similar to Chris's story. This guy, his first one was this past year.
Yeah, Chris,
yeah.
come take the air cannon. No worries.
Yeah, so he was confident going into it, and he had some setbacks.
He had a cherry cap slip off while he was
Oh.
pushing, so he made a giant high spot, and then he said he spent most of his time just fixing that, and then when he went back into it, he only had about like 12 minutes left, so it wasn't enough to really get anything done. But dude, Chris, we were talking about you in the beginning of the show. I don't think you were in here yet.
Thanks, Chris.
The just the guts to get up there.
Right.
So proud, dude. Just that's awesome and inspirational.
Anyone that goes there, great job. I mean, it's not an easy dent, and to fix it in front of everyone watching, it's
only dent guys, not customers, just other dent guys who are they're not judgy at all.
No. No, that sounds nerve-wracking. I mean, I would need headphones, but even then,
I have headphones.
Even then, I feel like I would still be out of my wits.
You need. I would recommend anyone to go there, take headphones.
Yeah.
Loaded with your music and just go.
Take headphones, your favorite tools, and that kind of stuff. So you talked about your lights, using the old style lights, and then you got the LEDs, or the new style ones we have. Do you have like a favorite or one that you've been kind of working on pretty heavy now, or is it?
The Stucky light all the time. It's so I really like to not waste time, be as fast as I can be while fixing dents, and Stucky light with Never Loose is like the fastest light you can have, because it's no cables, the battery is inside, and Never Loose is just such a huge time saver. Like, this is one tool that I would recommend anyone to get if they want to make more money, because that's a tool that came out and makes you more money like instantly. You don't need to be better or whatever. It's just you're turning the light so fast, and that saves time.
You're talking about the Never Loose.
Yes, Never Loose.
Yeah. That's I've got one on my Luminedent light, and I could not have another light on a stand without it. It's a game changer. So, and that's my first stand light, and I ruined it already for myself. Now I have to have it on everything. But it really is great. It's just for those that don't know, the Never Loose is on the end of the stand. It's a magnetic ball and socket design, so the light can be put in any direction, and you don't have to loosen and tighten a knob every time. So you literally just grab the light, move it, it's there. And it's like, and when you're trying to be efficient, that's super important. So
and like I said, with Stucky light having no cables, the battery is inside. It's just so fast.
That is a huge benefit to that. I do agree.
I
do agree.
It really is.
I do have a
cables.
Sorry, Nick. I do have a Stucky mobile light. Obviously no cables with that, and I do like the light a lot. But I don't have a stand one yet. But I have used that one. Oh, Chris just ordered an X Factor light. Nice, dude. That's the one I have. It's a nice light. The Luminedent X Factor light.
Yeah, the Illuminant, Stucky, and Pro PDR, they're all great lights.
So
You
so
can't
when
go wrong with any of them.
you were using the new Illuminant X Factor light at the Dent Olympics then, because I think that's all they had there, right?
No, I bring
No?
my own Stucky light.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carl actually made one for me to have it here for the
okay.
competition.
There you go.
Yep.
That makes it easy.
Yeah, because I adjust it a bit. Even like the Stucky lights have up and lower line, I just move the upper one lower, the LED lines. It's a bit lower than original one that you buy.
Interesting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, it's
That's
nice to know the maker.
Yeah,
Get stuff done for yourself. That's good.
Get those small. yeah, right. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep. So plans to come to MTE this coming year?
Yeah.
Coming back to the Rosen?
I'm coming. The Rosen Shingle Creek is. I like that place more than the Gaylord. I mean, Gaylord is really nice. It's just too big, I think.
I've heard a lot of people say that. I haven't been to that one yet. Me and him both went. Was last year was our first year, and so that's the only thing we really know is that hotel.
And another thing, like if memory serves me right, the Rosen has carpet on the floor inside. So on concrete all day, it's my knees are dying.
Yeah,
that does change a lot.
For me, carpet in the expo, it's huge plus.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's I'm looking forward to it. Like Nick said, we did the Gaylord last year and this year. So that's all we know. Yeah, Jordan, that's funny.
You got you a shirt made out of that one.
That shirt back there, the Ginger Bros. I don't know if they told you they made me a shirt because I misspoke on the podcast. I was talking about MT and I called it the Gaylord Porn Palms or whatever. So,
yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna hear that one for the rest of my life. I'm sure.
Yeah, and get used to it.
That's fine. That's fine.
With John Vidic on the show of all people to not have a care in the world to
John's down there in the bottom just dying laughing. I didn't even realize I said it. Rosen is way better than the porn palm. Okay, well that's good.
That's great.
Hey, it's catching on. It's catching on. Porn palm.
Yeah, I mean it's called that now forever. You can't uncall it that now.
Yeah, and who wants to be in the porn palm hotel?
Well, there's a bunch of guys in the picture. Right. Only guys. But yeah,
funny. I'm not one of those either.
No. Have you guys been to the Vegas show that they're doing called PDR Expo?
No. I went to SEMA twice. So I've been to the Vegas auto scene. And that's usually right after the PDR Expo. So these last 2 years, it's like I'm going in Vegas next week. I'm not going this week, So I haven't made it out once, but
it's a really nice show. Different competitions there. Smaller.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, but it gives you time to talk to people, because at MT, like you're so busy, you just hello, you know.
Yeah,
there you can actually stop and have a conversation with anyone,
Yeah,
that's cool.
It was wild at MT this year, and then there was like there was a lot more people from this year than there was last year.
So, this year was like super big, I think.
It's huge, absolutely huge, which is cool to see.
Yep.
But yeah, it does make it tough because in your mind you're waiting for MTE and you're like, oh, I'm going to talk to this person, I'm going to talk to this person, and even if you got to talk to them, you didn't get to talk to them about what you wanted to talk about, and it's just
you can just say hello, how are you? Fine, that's it.
Right.
Right.
And then nice to see you.
Yeah,
before you know it,
you're off. The Expo allows you to talk to people, like really.
That's cool. I hadn't really heard that labeled that way. I'd heard that going to the smaller events is good. And Nick and I went to the Anson Open House this last year, and we got to see how a smaller event is awesome because,
Yep.
like you said, you get to talk to people. So I didn't know that the expo was kind of that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
We'll have to make
I'm gonna be
plans
there
for
in
that.
Vegas,
Okay.
and
Okay.
maybe going to the Anson open house. Still haven't decided yet.
It's such a fun
It is.
event.
It is. I have been once, and it's a great event.
Yeah.
Melissa Fetty on Instagram says everyone but Wheels prefers the carpet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm sure he really likes the open concrete, that's for sure. My knees don't. My knees do not. I need the rug too, Jean.
Yeah. Yes. It's the do or die for the knees.
Yeah.
Right.
Adam, what's up, Adam? Sorry, go ahead.
Do you get a lot of trucks and bigger SUVs to work on, or you got smaller cars? I'm
Smaller
sure.
cars, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you come here, and then everybody's got all this tall stuff. You have to have extra steps on your ladder,
Mile-long panels.
Yeah. Suddenly, my wingspan is not long enough. Like,
right.
Yeah. Like, I comes a truck, and I need to take the hood off, and that hood is bigger than the roofs back home. So.
Yeah, and it's way higher up too. It's
Yeah. I was like just a few days ago. It was the first time I was fixing a hood with a ladder. You know, I was way up doing the hood on the car.
I mean, when you stand next to a truck and the hood is like up to your eyes.
Yep.
I think the trucks are getting a little too big.
Yeah.
Just a little.
Yep.
Yeah, they're up there. That's I've got one similar coming up that's way taller than I am, and I'm not that tall, so
Me either.
Yeah.
Me either.
Yeah, I got to go borrow some extra steps on my ladder.
Even pulling that truck in the shop or out of the shop is like
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so used to it. It's horrible. I actually almost, for learning body work, at first I was like, oh, no trucks, big heavy parts. And then once I learned, I was like, oh no, give me all the trucks.
Yep.
Because they're simple.
They are
nothing in them. There's nothing but access. It's open. You can stick your head in a fender and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Try doing that with a Corolla.
Right.
It's never gonna do that.
And if you're tall enough, the lawn chair sits in the back. You can sit there and push dents sitting in the chair.
Yep.
Okay.
I've seen people do it. I'm not tall enough for that, but I've seen people do it.
Neither am I. I gotta stand in that bed.
Right.
But yeah.
Right.
Well, anything else you want to touch on there, Nicholas?
I don't know. I had some other things that we could talk about, but I've rambled and I forgot.
Do you use lateral tension at all?
I do when it's necessary.
Sure.
On a hail is not a lot of times that you need it. I do use it sometimes on hail as well.
Do you have a favorite system, way to set up, tool?
So right now, if I were to buy something, I would probably go with the Kiko one. I don't know how it's called, and it has the legs down and on the side, so you can
K-Power.
Yeah, K-Power, exactly.
I would
probably that would be my go-to at the moment. I don't have it yet, but I think I need to get it.
Well, it's I'm with you right there. I don't have it yet either, and I've used just about every lateral tension on the market, and the K-Power is my favorite.
Yep.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I even have the JVF retention system.
That's a good one, but that's for like big stuff. Like
right.
Yeah.
Right. Because there's tons of damage that I want lateral tension on that I
Yeah.
don't want to use the big, even the smaller setup. It's still a little bit big for some stuff. So yeah, I implore everybody, if you're looking for lateral tension, get that K-Power, get their accessory kit, the accessory kit so that you get the extra hook and the metal feet, so you can push out wheel edges, pull on Keith's straps, all that stuff with one tool.
Yeah, I like a tool that you can get multiple different types of uses out of it. That's
the one.
That's the one to have.
Gene coming in. We were talking about this like 20 minutes ago, Gene.
I think he was listening and he was trying to get you to go to the expo, not SEMA.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not going to SEMA this year. So
no, SEMA's way too much.
And if Charles is listening, he will debate that. Because Charles from Cam Auto. So if Nick and I helped him out with the Cam Auto booth this year.
Oh, nice. At SEMA?
Yeah. Had a lot of fun doing that. And I decided that I didn't want to do it this year because I wanted to do other things. And Charles is going, no, you go to SEMA. Talk me into it, Charles, because I'm going to need some talking. But yeah. Oh, he's driving. No problem, Gene. I'm just, it's what I do. It's my love language. I bust chops. So take it as a good thing.
While Gene's in here, let's go over the level up training right quick.
We didn't talk about that.
Yeah, how was that going?
Level up was amazing. We had 7 guys that we never met before, so everyone was like, "Hey, first time seeing you, perfect." And we had from 2.5 year tech up to 23-year-old tech.
Oh wow!
Yep, and everybody improved. Like everybody was happy, super happy, even us, because this is what gives us satisfaction to see people improve, and to pass our knowledge on.
Yeah, it's really fun seeing that light bulb moment when somebody goes, that's what it is. Oh, I love that.
And this part of the level up is it's not beginners, it's not like super hardcore advanced, it's in between. And it's what's my favorite part, basically, of like how to make that sharp dent faster and cleaner, or bodyline dent or crease dent, how to make it fast, clean, and efficient. That's my favorite part. But at the end of it, like the last 2 days, we touched on some smashes as well. People who wanted to do smashes did smashes. People who wanted to stay and perfect their sharp crease dents, whatever they feel like it, they were doing that. And so it also goes all the way up to like way advanced. Basically, Gene was explaining tension, showing all the straps and K power and everything, porta power, stuff like that. I think we even used that JVF bar that you said.
Yep. It's that's awesome. I mean, I really would have benefited from that training. The timing was just horrible for me.
Maybe next year.
100%.
I would love to go and do that for sure.
I'm already, it's in my mind as probably, other than MTE, probably the most important thing I'll do next year. So if you guys do it, I am in. Actually, I was just listening to the Automotive Appearance Institute podcasts, and he talked about how there's a waiting list. So I was going to go in there and get my name on there now.
Well, thank you.
It's that's my thing, and I think a lot of our listeners honestly would benefit from this too. I mean, it's for the technician that knows how to fix a dent, knows how to PDR, but wants to further their knowledge. So we've hit that thing where we know how to read a light, we know how to knock down, we know how to push, we know how to pull, but we want to move up, and that's why they call it the level up training.
All right, so just say like you got all your stuff down. How do you know? Like, you just tend to each person individually as what their needs or they might be struggling with, or
so we have curriculum we go through. So we touch on sharp dents, bodyline dents, crease dents, stretch dents. We use the shrinky box, and everything that we go through, we basically first talk a bit theory. I show how I do it. If Gene has a different approach, because our approaches are different,
Right.
Gene shows his approach, and then everyone gets on their panel and starts hands-on. And while we just walk around and talk with them if they need help, if if you have a questions, if you get stuck, you raise your hand or whatever, call us, we come there. If not, we are all the time walking around to each and everyone and asking how is it going, looking what you're doing, and try to give you pointers and, hey, try this way, you know.
Yeah, yeah, so it's kind of like an individuality type thing where somebody's struggling on, you go and kind of go through and help them.
And it is great because you don't get just one person perspective. It's not like, hey, this is how it should be done and you should do it like this and no other way. No, I have my ways. Gene has my way, and even Dave helped us a lot, and he even gave his input. So basically there was like 3 different trainers that guys benefited from.
And that's awesome, because I mean, it's nobody ever follows exactly the way somebody else teaches them. We learn from everybody. We find out what works best for us, and we create our own method.
Exactly.
That's how you made yours. That's how Gene made his. Me, and Nick, and everybody. And so that is very cool.
And you can see it in the class, like when we did sharp dance. About half of the guys tried. Everyone tried both ways, but half of the guys were like, no, I'm gonna do it how you say it, and half of the guys was like, no, I benefit more from Gene's how Gene showed it, you know. Like for example, for a sharp tip, for a sharp dent, I would start it with cherry cap, Gene would start it with phenolic tip, and half of the guys went at the end, they were like, no, I'm gonna use cherry cap for this. Half of the guys was like, I'm gonna use phenolic tip. It's great to see.
Yeah,
very cool.
Yeah, so what did you guys use Keith's new shrinking box on this level up training?
Yes, we did. We had the new shrinking box from Keith, and we had the power PDR box as well. Everybody got to shrink the dents. We showed the technique of shrinking dents. The power, that's a shrinking box. Is if you need one, that's the one to buy at the moment. Like price, performance, and they all work. Right. But for the price that you get, the shrinky box and all the accessories that Keith put in, it's no brainer actually.
It does look like a great value.
It does.
Both Nick and I have the Cam Auto one, which we love. But like you said, I mean, it's the value on that Black Plague one is just
my first time seeing it.
I just love it.
Yeah, my first time seeing it was at MTE when Keith was at the booth. We went and shot a YouTube video for his stuff, showing his tab straps and all that stuff. And it was over there, and I haven't got to use it yet, but it looks like it would be a monster as far as getting that stuff done.
All the tool in that package is just everything you need, and the price is great. So,
Andrew, way up top, wants to know if you have a pull tower preference.
I don't use a pull tower.
Okay.
I don't. I never got into such big smashes that I would need one.
Yeah.
So I'll add mine then. If I was going to buy one. So first off, I really used the H&S Auto Shot one for a while, and it was very nice. And it has a separate plate behind the tower for the vacuum, and then it goes up the tower, and then it goes down. And that alleviates when the plate lets go, the tower doesn't fly anywhere. It just kind of goes halt, you know. So there's no plate on the bottom of the tower. So that was nice. But if I was to buy one today, the Kiko K tower, hands down. We put that thing through its paces when we were at the 5 meeting in Oklahoma, and we tried to get that thing to break off the floor. We couldn't. We were dragging cars across the floor with the tires on the ground before they never lifted. So
right. That was one of the things. Like Danny was like, "What do you guys want to do?" And I was like, "Well, this thing pivots, so let's pivot it all the way and put all the force on it just to see what we can do."
All the way at the top of the tower, all the way to 45 degrees. Yeah, we gave it everything.
We were not nice to that thing at all,
and it was very good tower. So that would be the one I would get.
Perfect Pull is also a great option.
I have to agree with that. I just haven't used it, so I can't.
I haven't either. But if you don't like Gene says, if you don't have a nice floor, you don't have any of that kind of stuff, that would be a good option.
That's not a vacuum tower; it's a drive-on top tower, which you're gonna get a lot more power out of that.
Yeah.
So
Which he didn't say vacuum tower or anything. He just
he did. He said pull tower. He did.
Yeah. So that would be a killer one to have also. And I know Levon in Texas uses that thing
He
religiously.
Loves it. Yeah, he loves it. I would love it too. If I had a brick and mortar shop, it would be there.
Right. If you have right.
Well, I don't want to take any more of your time here, Zan.
I'm good.
I have
nothing else to do.
Well, I do. I'm going to bed. So. but no, I really appreciate you coming on and
thanks for having me, guys,
with us. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
it's always a pleasure to be on a podcast. So
it was. We wanted to catch you when you were still in the U.S., so you didn't have to do this at 1 a.m.
Yeah, like Ginger Bros, like they're rough on me, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you have a better experience with the Smash Masters.
Oh,
that's your words, not mine.
Yeah, that's fine.
I would say they were both amazing experiences.
All right, cool. No, I agree. I've been on their
good.
show. It's a great show.
Yep.
All right,
they're awesome guys. They are awesome.
All right. Well,
he says go play Mozart on your piano back there.
Yeah. Until this coming year's level up training.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming on.
And if anyone has any questions or want to talk to me, they can find me on Facebook, on Messenger. So
nice.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
you have YouTube. Go and watch all the videos. Check them out and see what all you do over there. You do have an Instagram or anything?
I do have Instagram, but I don't use it a lot.
Don't use it. So mainly Facebook, YouTube.
Yeah, mainly Facebook Messenger, Facebook and Facebook Messenger.
All right.
All right.
Cool.
Yep.
All right.
That's where people can reach me if they want to.
Cool.
Awesome. Well, again, we appreciate it, and make all the money you can out in Missouri while you're here.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Yeah. Good luck.
Thank you.
See you guys.
Bye, everybody. Bye.